up, US and Malaysia Tzu Chi volunteers raise funds for typhoon survivors in the Philippines. We meet Lee Yi-gong, a passionate ER doctor at the Darling Tzu Chi Hospital who is committed to saving lives. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Wendy Chen. Thank you for joining us. First up in today's program, in light of the recent typhoon that devastated the Philippines, apart from the disaster assessment team and team of medical staff that are currently surveying the worst hit areas, Tzu Chi volunteers in both Malaysia and the United States have established fundraising campaigns to do their part in helping the typhoon victims. In the immediate aftermath of Typhoon Haiyan in the Philippines, Tzu Chi volunteers in Malaysia designed the first Tzu Chi poster to fundraise for the victims, while their fellow volunteers make calls to organize a 13-day fundraising campaign on the streets.
My first thought is that I want to give what I can and raise funds to help those suffering from the typhoon.
Early in the morning, with the posters they made, volunteers arrived at the traditional market to canvass for donations.
If I just buy a DVD with $50, I would be the only one enjoying it. But if I donate it, I can help those in need, and why not?
Besides the general public, students at the Kuala Lumpur DaAi Kindergarten also donate their bamboo coin banks in hopes of sending their love to those in the Philippines.
We should get many others to give a helping hand. We can cook rice, put them in pots, and give it to those in need.
Malaysia Tzu Chi volunteers all believe it is their blessing to be able to help the less fortunate. Moving to the United States, Tzu Chi volunteers and foundation staff at the Tzu Chi US headquarters pray sincerely for the typhoon victims on the other side of the world.
At the same time last year, Hurricane Sandy struck the United States. Who would have thought that similar situation would occur in the Philippines this year? The ever more frequent natural disasters are reminding us to remain vigilant.
Those situated far apart, US Tzu Chi volunteers also make the most of their lunch break to raise funds.
Seeing the Philippines devastated by the typhoon, we really hope to give a little of our love.
Great love has no boundaries, and it is with this belief that Tzu Chi volunteers around the globe do their best to reach out to all needy corners. Since 2008, Tzu Chi volunteers in Vietnam have been paying monthly visits and delivering daily necessities to needy families in the 9th borough of the Ho Chi Minh City. Over the years, the lives of these care recipients have been greatly improved, and many have even joined the volunteers to pay the love forward to those in greater need.
Prior to Tzu Chi's aid distribution, Ran Shi Zhanyin takes the opportunity to study some Jin's aphorisms. Ran Shi is a Tzu Chi scholarship recipient, but today she becomes a giver to help the less fortunate.
Although my family doesn't have much money, I still try my best to study hard. After Tzu Chi aunts and uncles brought us gifts, I was motivated to study even harder. I want to follow in their footsteps and show my love and care to needy people like us.
In 2008, Vietnam Tzu Chi volunteers partnered up with the local Women's Association to distribute subsidies to the sick and poor in the 9th borough of Ho Chi Minh City.
This is my second time joining the Tzu Chi volunteers in the aid distribution. I am very happy. I feel I am blessed. When I see so many less fortunate, I realize how blessed I am.
Over the past 5 years, volunteers have paid visits to recipients on a monthly basis. The affectionate interaction between the volunteers and their recipients moves many of the first-timers.
Before on Sundays, I did nothing but sleep at home or go shopping with my friends. Now, after joining these Tzu Chi events, I feel my life has become more meaningful. If there are any Tzu Chi events in the future, I will take part in them.
I think I should do my best to do more good deeds and help more needy families, such as those that I helped today.
In addition, the volunteers delivered food to help a local orphanage. With Tzu Chi's love and care, needy residents in Ho Chi Minh City are one step closer to a prosperous future.
In the Philippines, city volunteers regularly organize free clinics to help the needy. At their most recent event, volunteers seized the opportunity to promote environmental concepts and have inspired numerous care recipients to join Tzu Chi's ranks in sorting recyclables.
At 21 years of age, Ramotino Reyes already suffers from cataracts. Thanks to Tzu Chi's assistance, however, he finally has the chance to do something about it.
I cannot do my job well because of my cataract, and I cannot make enough money to pay for cataract surgery.
At their clinic center in the Philippines, Tzu Chi volunteers and TIMA staff periodically organize free clinics to help local residents. Bibiana Hernandez is one lucky recipient of this aid.
I'm very thankful for the Tzu Chi Foundation because you have helped me treat my cataract free of charge. It's really a huge help to my family because I am the sole breadwinner. Only when my eye recovers will I be able to continue to make money to support my family.
To reciprocate Tzu Chi's help, Bibiana takes her family and neighbors to collect recyclables, which they later donate to Tzu Chi.
I will not get tired of collecting recyclables from house to house because what Tzu Chi gave me is more than enough, and I will be forever in debt to them as long as I live.
In addition to offering ophthalmological clinics, Tzu Chi's dental team is also in Mandaluyong City to help. Barely getting by through odd jobs, most of the local residents there cannot afford to pay for dental work.
My husband earns very little. Without the subsidies from Tzu Chi Foundation, I would not be able to get dental work done. Thank you very much.
I really appreciate the service that the Tzu Chi Foundation offers without asking anything in return. May God bless all Tzu Chi volunteers.
At the end of the dental clinic, patients promise to collect recyclables and donate them to Tzu Chi as a way to pay the love forward.
Today we meet Darling Tzu Chi Hospital Emergency Department Director Lee Yi-gong, who has been an ER doctor for almost 18 years now. Each day, Lee and his team fights to save lives that hang precariously between life and death. Hear his story.
A train accident on Mount Ali left 38 passengers with minor injuries and 23 with severe life-threatening injuries. Darling Tzu Chi Hospital Emergency Department Director Lee Yi-gong, who is also commander of the DaAi County Emergency Medical Unit, soon arrives on scene.
We have limited manpower, not enough medical supplies, and many injured patients. It's very chaotic, so it's a bit challenging to lead, including who should be taken first or who needs to be transported in a helicopter. It's a difficult situation to get under control.
For ER doctors, what awaits them is never a comfortable sight. They have to, in the shortest amount of time, find the cause of their patient's pain and prescribe the correct medication.
It's a race against time. In other words, we have to find the cause of his or her pain. Once we find out what it is, if we prescribe immediate treatment, it will be effective.
Those admitted to the ER are either in critical or severe condition, and thus staff here needs to remain constantly vigilant. However, as hospitals continue to face a shortage of medical personnel and increasing malpractice suits, how to retain staff and increase their work satisfaction and sense of mission has become a major focus for ER departments.
When we are changing over to the next shift, we gather everyone up for about 10 minutes just to have a casual chat to see how everyone is doing. This helps boost morale.
In recent years, with rising tensions in doctor-patient relationships, frontline emergency rooms have become a battlefield. From ER doctor to now director, Lee Yi-gong vows to live up to the white coat he wears.
I feel it's like a coat of armor. It's a symbol of our profession. As a doctor, I promise to put myself in the patient's shoes and provide them with the best possible medical care.
As part of Lee's unwavering determination to his profession, he also hopes to help more young doctors face the darkness before the dawn.
According to statistics provided by Taiwan's National Immigration Agency, the number of foreign spouses have doubled over the last 6 years, with an estimated 800,000 currently living in Taiwan, making these new immigrants and their children the 5th largest ethnic group in the country. Next, we meet 2 of these foreign spouses who have fallen in love with Taiwan over the years.
重点是我太太很优秀。
Su Yi-ing's home is always filled with warmth and love. Born in Indonesia, Su married a Taiwanese a decade ago. At first, the cultural differences were hard to adjust to.
I was quite stubborn and felt that since I live a life different to my husband's family, I would do things my way with my in-laws. But basically, they have always given me a lot of love and freedom up to this day.
Luckily, Su's in-laws were not only quite accepting of the differences, but even encouraged her to find her own hobbies by joining various activities.
Today, whether I want to work or stay at home or look after the children while I work, they don't mind at all. They have trust and faith in whatever I do.
Besides her new supportive and caring family in Taiwan.
Wow, a vest. How did you know we have been needing vests lately?
The friendship built with the owner of the sewing store has given Su a first-hand taste of the friendly nature of the Taiwanese.
You know what? I have never had to buy jackets because we always get them from you.
It is the heartwarming and friendly attitude of the residents here that also gave Su Yi-ing a reason to settle in Taiwan.
I think it was the overall environment which gave me a sense of security. I knew I could live a happy life here in Taiwan.
Wanting to extend the same warmth to those new to the country, Su Yi-ing now volunteers at the immigration office in Tainan, hoping to help new arrivals better face their upcoming challenges. According to statistics provided by the National Immigration Agency, of the foreign spouses in Taiwan, those from China accounts for 67% of the total, followed by Vietnam and Indonesia. Another volunteer interpreter, Chen Jinglan from Vietnam, also shares a snapshot of her life when she first arrived in Taiwan.
When I first arrived 17 years ago, there weren't as many new immigrants, so many rejected us, and that made us want to go home. After giving birth and taking classes here, through chatting with people here, I realized as long as you let go of your fear, everyone is willing to teach you what they know.
Today, Chen and her family are visiting their uncle who has always been supportive of Chen's stay.
She once told me that she wanted to study, but her 2 kids were still little. I told her to bring the kids to me. I would babysit them so that she has time to study. She studied really hard, even harder than some Taiwanese.
Seeing the effort and devotion Chen puts into her family, Wu reached out to help Chen receive her junior high school degree. On the weekend, Chen Jinglan helps out at her friend's fruit stall.
The customers will greet me and ask if I have gotten used to living here. Their warm attitude really makes me feel welcomed. I think residents here are wonderful in that they are very accepting towards foreign spouses. Though I was born in Vietnam, I will stay here till the end of my life because this is where I grew up.
The foreign spouse population has doubled in the last 6 years, with some 800,000 new immigrants currently living in Taiwan. One of the reasons for their increasing numbers is the friendly and warm environment that Taiwan offers to all newcomers. In Malaysia, 3 new scholarship award ceremonies took place in Kota Kinabalu, where more than 1,000 students from 50 schools were recognized for their academic performance. At the event, volunteers also encouraged the students and their family members to seize every opportunity to help the less fortunate.
Today, 3 new Shoot Scholarship Award ceremonies are taking place in Malaysia's Kota Kinabalu, helping more than 1,000 students from 50 schools. Understanding the load which parents have to bear brings tears to the students' eyes. Next, they wash their parents' feet. The simple gesture means much more than that meets the eye.
This reminds the children not to forget their parents' grace. Yes, I was also reminded of my own parents. I want to express my gratitude to Tzu Chi for providing our children with this scholarship subsidy. It has helped reduce my burden.
Bantu saya punya perbelanjaan lah, mengurangkan beban.
With the scholarship, we can continue with our schooling. I hope to be successful in the future so that I can bring my mom happiness and to repay her for all that she has sacrificed for my sister and me.
The new Shoot Scholarship not only helps struggling families, but also ignites hope for the future, as these families come to realize that small donations can also make a big difference.
I feel that today's event is not just an event that embraces one religion, it embraces all other religions, regardless of whether you are Muslim or not. Although I'm not well off financially, I hope my small contributions can also help others in need.
Dengan duit yang sedikit itu pun dapat membantulah yang memerlukan kan.
At the conclusion of the event, parents each adopt a bamboo coin bank and 130 further sign up to become Tzu Chi members, as they hold a place for the less fortunate in their hearts.
Moving to China, Tzu Chi volunteers recently visited scholarship recipients in Fujian's Quanzhou city and was joined by students and teachers of the Xingqiao Middle School. Thanks to Tzu Chi's support, these scholarship recipients can now focus on their studies and one day become pillars of our society.
Living under a roof that leaks, this is the home of scholarship recipient Su Chunbao. Despite the harsh living conditions, Su remains optimistic and hardworking.
She was abandoned by her birth parents. I found her and brought her home.
Although not blood-related, Mr. Su insists on sending Su Chunbao to school. To reciprocate this love, Su Chunbao has become a top student in her class. Other than visiting scholarship recipient Su Chunbao, the volunteers also arrived at the home of Huang Lan. Upon seeing the arrival of the Tzu Chi volunteers, Ms. Huang, a single mother, burst into tears.
You need to make your parents happy and fulfill your filial duties. Don't cry. Can you do it?
Seeing such suffering with their own eyes, teachers and students from the Xingqiao Middle School are inspired to change for the better.
I will help my classmates when they ask me for help. If I see tasks that I can help out with, I will definitely contribute my share. I hope to become a part of Tzu Chi and help those in greater need when I grow up.
It is great that the volunteers organize home visitations because now all of us can understand these recipients' living conditions. The volunteers have also inspired the recipients to be grateful.
With Tzu Chi's support, these children will not only grow up to the pillars of society, but also the key to a brighter future for their families.
In Malaysia, Vitrix Technologies is planning to hold a benefit concert on December 7th to raise funds for the Tzu Chi Foundation. To help sub-members of the company better understand the Buddhist NGO's work, a trip to the local Jingsi and Tzu Chi Dialysis Center was arranged. Let's take a look.
Listening to instructions, staff members of Vitrix Technologies in Malaysia are learning a Tzu Chi Sign Language song. Although unfamiliar with the movements, everyone continues to do their best to prepare for an upcoming special event.
Our company is hosting a benefit concert on December 7th. At this concert, we will be raising funds for Tzu Chi Foundation, and by involving my staff, I hope each and every one of them will get to know Tzu Chi better.
Doing good deeds together is not that difficult, as 260 staff members will all participate, and their target is to raise 1 million Malaysian ringgits.
I think it's important to practice doing good deeds, but in work environment, it's important for the higher level executives to set an example. Then it will be easy to influence managers and staff members to follow suit.
The company organized a field trip for their workers to visit the local Jingsi Hall and Tzu Chi Dialysis Center, which helped many understand Tzu Chi's humanitarian spirit.
In our lives, we normally look to others who are well off and wish our lives were more like that. However, today, in getting to know Tzu Chi, I found that instead of looking towards the rich, Tzu Chi people found contentment in helping the poor, as they realize how blessed they are, and their heart is filled with appreciation and gratitude.
United, this company's compassionate hearts are just beginning to take root.
Also in Malaysia, but in Penang, Tzu Chi care recipient Lin Yayue suffers from a mental disability, and when her husband passed away in 2005, Tzu Chi took the family of 3 under its wing. Lately, Lin's rusted rooftop has been leaking whenever it rains. Thus, Tzu Chi volunteers decided to help repair her house, giving the family peace of mind.
The old rusted rooftop of Lin Yayue's house is in a condition beyond repairs. Here in Malaysia, the northeast monsoon season has hit the country, and at this Tzu Chi care recipient's house, the leaky rooftop causes sleepless nights for this family of 3.
The roof on her house leaks. Water will drip from the top to the bottom. This care recipient will always vent to us that she's unable to sleep well at night when it rains. Today, the carpenters have purchased metal sheets to help solve the leaking problem, to prevent rainwater from dripping in when it rains.
On the morning of the construction project, Tzu Chi volunteers came to help Lin Yayue tidy up before the crew came to start work for the day. Lin suffers from a mental disability and is unable to take care of herself and her family. To help, Tzu Chi volunteers have been by their side since 2005.
We are helping her mop the floor and clean up a bit. No, it's not tiring at all because we are assisting her and it's like we are doing an exercise.
With Tzu Chi volunteers' love and care, the tattered rooftop receives a makeover, and finally, Lin's family of 3 can get a peaceful night's sleep.
We go back to China at the end of our show in Dongguan of New Guangdong Province. Tzu Chi volunteers invited community members to join them at the recent nursing home visits. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.